Hello students, welcome back to the class. Last class we have discussed about the Communist Party of India, and in this class we will discuss about the Communist Party of India, Marxist. Already we have seen in the last class that Communist Party of India was created in 1964. So Communist Party of India was mainly set up in industrial zone, industrial belt. In the last class we have discussed that Communist Party is mainly relying upon the trade unions, and these trade unions are mainly set up in the industrial areas, in the industrial zones. The trade unions has been set up, such as we can find Bombay, okay, Chennai, Kolkata. These are the places, okay, even Hyderabad. The trade unions are mainly relying upon that point. So, and mainly these communist parties were very active in the urban areas than when compared to rural areas. In the last class we have discussed that Communist Party is mainly giving mainly strengthening towards farmers also. They are giving support to the farmers. They wanted farmers should also develop. So Communist Party of India extending their supports towards landless farmers. We can find there are many landless farmers, okay, laborers, agricultural laborers, okay, tenant farmers, Kisan. So communist parties are extending support to all the section of the people, so that they can able to develop in their life. Next we are going forward. So this topic is about the Communist Party of India but Marxist, CPM party. Communist Party is mainly divided into two parts. One is called as CPM and one is called CPI. Okay, so Communist Party of India was split into two parts in 1964. When you are saying one is called Communist Party of India and one is called Communist Party of Marxist. We have already seen that due to the ideological differences between the point, the Communist Party are mainly divided in between the two groups. One is called Communist Party of India and one is called as Communist Party of Marxist. So if you see this Communist Party of Marxist is very stronger and important than Communist Party of India. So Communist Party of India is very stronger and important when compared to CPM party is very stronger and important when compared to the Communist Party of India. So when you are making a comparison for both the party, so if you see this party, CPM party will be very stronger when compared to CPI party. So Communist Party of India is very stronger when compared to CPI party. Next, if you see that Communist Party of India is a predominant party, we can find this is quietly a prominent and predominant party. And if you see, this has made a coalition with the CPM and established left front government in Kerala, West Bengal and Tripura. So if you see, the Communist Party is a very predominant party, important party, and they made a coalitions with various other party. So Communist Party have made a coalition. Now what is meant by coalition party? See children, coalitions are nothing but already we have in the lower classes, when one party, when one and one more party, for example this is A party, A is one party and B is one party. A is one party and B is one party. If A and B they will combine together, then this party will become the coalition party. Coalition party, when it will form, is whenever if any party secures very low seats in Lok Sabha election, then this coalition party will be formed. So A is a coalition party and B is a coalition party. For example, to form the government, at least they need 100 seats. For example, to form the government, if any one party secure 100 seats, they can able to form the government. But imagine that A secured 50 seats, B secured 50 seats. To make it 100, what these parties will do? These parties will combine and they will form coalition party. After becoming coalition party, this party have reached 100 seats so that they can able to form the government. Similarly, CPM party is also CPM party has formed the coalitions with different parties. Okay, particularly in West Bengal, Tripura, Kerala, okay, CPM party is very active. Okay, so CPM party has made a coalition party and they established a government which is called as left front government. So left front government was mainly established by CPM party, and these types of government mainly we can find in Kerala. Okay, left front government you can find in West Bengal, and left front government we can find in Tripura also. So in 3 states we can find left front government. So first we can find Kerala, then we can find West Bengal, and then we can find Tripura. These are the 3 important government which were called as left front government. Now if you see that this Communist Party of Marxist is mainly the ideological stand. Okay, Communist Party of Marxists are mainly established the people democracy. They wanted to establish mainly people democracy. They wanted people should be democratic independently. They can able to exercise their rights independently. Okay, so what are the inclusions? What are the main aim of this party? If you see, first every person should get right to work. First important aim is every person who are living in the country, they should be given right to work. Every person should have right to work. Second thing is, this party also wanted nationalization of MNC. Nationalization of MNC means, MNC full form you already know, multinational corporation. MNC is also called as multinational corporation, or multinational company is called as MNC company. MNC is called as multinational corporation and multinational company, they were called as MNC company. So second aim of CPM party was nationalization, means all the MNC and private companies should become government company. So whenever the government will take over all this company, then that company will, it is called as nationalization process. So whenever the government will take over all the companies, then that is called as nationalization process. Second thing is, third important point of Communist Party was they wanted the trade unions. Okay, they wanted to protect the trade unions as well as land reforms activity. So Communist Party of India wanted to protect the trade union as well as land reform activity. So they wanted to secure the trade unions. Why? Because if the rights of trade unions will be secured, the trade unions can fight on the behalf of the workers. If there is no trade union, then who will be there to fight on the behalf of the workers? Children, if you see that at present industries is increasing slowly. Once upon a time, the sectors where the industrial sectors, the GDP from which we are getting from the industries are 22%, now it was increased to 26%. When industries are increasing from 22 to 26%, the workers and the strength of workers are also at the same time increasing. To protect the interest of the workers, trade unions plays very important role. They will fight on the behalf of the workers' safety, security, medical benefits, bonus. For all the issues, the trade unions will fight. And that's why the Communist Party wanted that this trade union should be there, so that it will be protected. It will protect the interest of the workers. At the same time, land reform. So Communist Party has given importance to the farmers, Land Reform Act, by using the land reform. There are many farmers who have no land. Land reform, they wanted to, through that land reform, they wanted to provide important benefits to the farmers, such as distribution of land to the farmers, or other benefits, whatever the other benefits are there. Land reform means changes in the Land Reforms Act. Once I said distribution of land, other land benefits should be given to the farmers. So farmers and workers, when they will get benefit is when the trade unions will be protected and when the land reforms will be protected. Okay, so this is the point, and that's why the Communist Party is giving importance to the farmers as well as workers by protecting the interest of farmers through land reform and protecting the interest of workers by trade unions. So this is the point. Okay children, once again we will discuss the point what we have discussed. Children, already we have seen the party, National Party. Any party which has secured 6% of seats in Lok Sabha election, that party is called as National Party. Okay, we have already seen the National Party which have secured 6% of seats in Lok Sabha election or general election, that party is called National Party. Or we can find any states, and if any parties are there which are recognized in 4 states, if any party have recognized in 4 states and if they have secured 4% of seats in assembly election, then that is also called as National Party. In the last class we have discussed about CPI party. Now in this class we will discuss about CPM party. CPI and CPM both are different parties. Don't confuse. In the last class when we have discussed, that is CPI party. Now we are discussing about CPM party, Communist Party Marxist. CPM means they are following the ideology of Karl Marx, Communist Party Marxist. Now this Communist Party, once upon a time we have only one Communist Party of India, but later it was split in 1964 into 2 forms. One is Communist Party of India and Communist Party of Marxist. When you are talking about Communist Party of Marxist, this is very strong party when we are comparing with Communist Party of India. Okay, so Communist Party of Marxist is very stronger when compared to Communist Party of India. This is one of the predominant party and this is a coalition party. Okay, so they have made a coalition with different, Communist Party of India made a coalition with different party and they can able to form the government at 3-4 states such as left front government in Kerala, West Bengal, Tripura. Why this government is called left front government means any party, if there is any party which will mainly protect the interest of farmers as well as workers, which are mainly caring for the rights of the farmers or which are fighting on the behalf of farmers as well as workers, that party is called as left front government. That government is called as left front government. So Communist Party have made a coalitions with different local parties and they have able to set up their government at 3 different states. One is Kerala, West Bengal and Tripura. Ideological stance, when you are talking about Communist Party of Marxist, this was mainly established as people democracy. Okay, mainly they wanted to preserve the rights of the people in a democratic way and they wanted people should enjoy their rights in a democratic manner. Now these are the important rights which are included in Communist Party of India. One is called right to work. They wanted everybody should be given right to work. Second thing is they wanted that all the industries must be nationalized, particularly MNCs should be nationalized. What is meant by nationalization process? Whenever the government will take over the industry for the public interest, sometime when the government will take over the industries for the public interest, that process is called as nationalization process. Okay, now at the same time Communist Party wanted to protect the trade unions as well as land reform rights, they wanted to protect the point. So this is the children we have discussed about Communist Party of Marxist. In the next period or in the next class we will discuss about some other important political parties of India. So far we have discussed about Indian Congress Party, BJP party, we have discussed about Communist Party of India and we have discussed about Communist Party of Marxist. In the next class we will discuss about some other important points about political parties. We will meet you in the next class, children. Thank you very much everybody.